know that some people have load shedding going on. I have a lot to share tonight. I actually realized that I have done this class before. I love this class. I talk a lot about a healthy home and what that means, and chemicals and toxic living and all of this stuff, and ditching and switching. And just a few quick, I always find this funny that people call this like housekeeping. But if you guys can, on the chat, just to be entered for the raffle, please put your first name, your surname, your email address, and if you are a member of Young Living. So I'm going to type it one more time because every time new people come, they don't see what was written in the chat before. So this is purely for the purpose of the raffle. And if you really want to, you can send that to me privately as well. So I will gather all of those and I'll do a quick random thing either at the end, or I'll let you know tomorrow morning who the winner is. Okay, so we'll just go through that. Alrighty, so without further ado, let me share my screen and go through this awesome topic. Okay, can you all see my screen? Awesome. Okay, so we good, all good. Everyone can see this. Brilliant. Okay, so here we go. I really love this topic. I will say this was not my personal reason why I joined Young Living to start. I actually first joined because of the essential oils and how amazing they are. And I only learned maybe 2 months in, wow, there's actually these incredible products. And personally, when I learned a lot about cleaning your home and what's actually in our products and our chemicals, I was a little bit overwhelmed. And I actually chose to slowly ditch and switch. So you're going to hear that term quite a lot. It means ditch the chemicals and switch to using cleaner products. Now that I have done that and we've had a clean home or a healthy home, and that's the way to put it, for about, about 5 years now. And what's interesting is you actually will notice a change. You'll notice that you'll become much more sensitive to artificial smells, to, when somebody has a reed diffuser that's got some terrible scent in it that's very overloaded with toxic stuff, it'll just smell absolutely awful to you. So that has definitely happened to me. I'm sure some of you can also attest to that. But the point is, you either are going to do it slowly, or you might feel like, whoa, I didn't know any of this stuff. And it's important to me to just get rid of all of these things. So I'm going to get rid of all of it now and change it all right now. However you do it, it doesn't matter. But also know that this is like anyone who's helped you get started with Young Living products. Nobody here is ever coming from a place of judgment. I've personally used bleach for many years. I didn't know how bad it was. Now that I know better, I do better. So that's what we like to say. So no one is ever judging where you're at. And if you do need to do it slowly and transition things slowly, that's okay. People often say, well, if you have to choose, what's the first one that you would start with? I would say with the multi-purpose cleaner, absolutely love it. But a lot of people have actually switched their laundry detergent first, especially if they have babies, or if they have had any eczema or any sort of skin issues, they'll find that they'll notice a difference in their laundry detergent right away. So we're going to cover why it's important to detox your home, how to actually detox your home, then some specific applications and some recipes, and then a little recap. So tonight, in the interest of time, I'm really trying to get through this in 30 to say 40 minutes at the most. So I will go through the recipes quite quickly, but please, 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 especially if you're just joining, put in your email address. I'm more than happy to share these slides with you, and I'll share these recipes with you guys. So you can go home. You can go ahead and make these at a later stage at home. So for those of you who don't know me, I always like to give an introduction. Sometimes there are brand new people. So my name is Jayde. I've been using and working with Young Living for 5 years now, and I am really passionate about non-toxic living, and I absolutely love what Young Living offers us. We have an incredible range of products. We have things that are for babies all the way literally up until the person is possibly on their deathbed and actually just wanting to have some amazing, I'm looking at my diffuser, you guys can't see that, but it's sitting in the corner, who actually just want to be surrounded by amazing smells as they cross over from this life onto wherever we go next. So we have something for everyone, animals alike, humans. So I really, really, really love the Young Living product range. We have a ton of things for our home, things for our body, things for health. So yeah, supplements, it's really awesome. Tonight's focus, our homes and chemical products. So chemicals in our cleaning products are some of the most toxic and harmful to the body. This specific class was designed to empower each of you with the knowledge to live a more chemical-free lifestyle and learn all about the amazing benefits of our Thieves products. And we'll cover why they are called Thieves. I'm really passionate about sharing this with you. So I thank you for being on this journey with me and for being part of our team. Okay, so here is why it's important to clean with natural ingredients, because a lot of people, I mean, my husband in the beginning, totally included in this, like, I don't care, bleach is the only thing that gets my whites whiter, so I just want to use it, like get rid of other things, but just don't get rid of that. So most people think that it's okay, and I'm going to talk about that in a sec. It's called bioaccumulation, but for now I just want to share with you guys why it's actually important to clean with natural ingredients. So most people assume that the cleaning products that we have on our grocery store shelf have been tested and are safe for use, but they really are not. Okay, there's no magical fairy who exists who's saying, ooh, we can't put that out on the shelf and sell it to someone, because there's just terrible things within that product. So just because a commercial cleaner promises a germ-free environment, it doesn't mean it's danger-free and risk-free. We actually call a lot of that greenwashing, and that is the term given to when you look at a bottle and it shows like a person running through the lavender fields, and they use words that say like all natural cleaner, you know, lavender scented, and they make it sound all clean and pure and good. But if you actually look at the ingredients, it's absolutely not. So sadly, we do have to be aware of that and read what we're putting around and on us. So conventional cleaning products do contain many endocrine disrupting chemicals that can wreak havoc on your respiratory system, cellular health, thyroid, adrenal glands, and even your mental clarity. Excuse me. And this, I always think this is the most amazing fact, that our indoor air quality is 5 to 7 times more toxic than outdoors. And that is mainly due to conventional cleaners that we're using in a home. It's a scary thought. So now let's talk about bioaccumulation. Okay, this one I know I covered a lot with my husband as like one perfect example, where he's like, well, what's the big deal? I only ever use the bleach on my white t-shirts once a week. Who cares? No big deal. So it is a big deal. And the reason it's a big deal is because of bioaccumulation. So the EPA, that's the environmentally working like project, this is in the United States. So I'm focused on there a little bit because I know that there is a group that's here. I forget who they are and what they're called. But yeah, when I did this class, I knew this for a fact. Anyway, they stated that small amounts of chemicals are not actually harmful to the body. However, a small amount of chemicals in your personal care products and cleaning products can actually add up to a significant burden on your body. So we call this body burden. Some chemicals accumulate in our bodies over time, and impacts may show up after long exposure. So some chemicals can become harmful or more toxic in combination with other chemicals, and chemicals can have more impact during certain periods of development, like womb, infancy, or puberty. So you want to be very, very careful and aware if you are trying to fall pregnant, if you are pregnant, or if you have any children in the home that are actually going through puberty. They are much more susceptible to what is around them. So even tiny doses can be very potent. I mean, and most of us know this. I remember a time when I was trying to kill what they're called, those fly eggs that become those awful white maggots. And I was actually pregnant, and I had read the only thing that kills them is hot water and bleach. Well, as soon as I got one whiff of that, one whiff, I absolutely vomited. So, it just shows you how it really is extremely toxic, even the most small amount. So here's what we can do. Now that we know that, the idea behind this is not to feel overwhelmed or nervous or like, oh my gosh, there's all these terrible things and they're doing these horrible things. What can I do? So we say, take a deep breath. At first, it may seem impossible to have a chemical-free home, but really don't be overwhelmed. There are a few simple, practical changes that can make a huge impact on your home. You don't need to replace every single product in your home tomorrow, and transitioning to a healthy, plant-based home is a lifestyle journey, and you can make changes over time. So here's like how we kind of see this process. The first one is becoming aware, like most things, right? This is what they even tell alcoholics, right? The first thing is admitting you have a problem. So it's just becoming aware, understanding that there are chemicals found in many household products that can be harmful to your health. So just by knowing that, you're already becoming aware of harmful chemicals. And by taking this class, sorry, Step 2 is focusing on avoiding chemicals that you can control, like the products you choose to have in your home. So we are the gatekeepers of our home. This means it's up to us. It's our responsibility, especially as parents, for those of you who are, to read ingredients, read labels, teach your children as well. And that goes into step 3, educate yourself on the ingredients and chemicals you should avoid. I also really like to talk to my kids about this, and it goes beyond cleaning things. It's also even with their food. I actually show them some of the labels, and I say to them, read the ingredients of what's in that. Do you think that that's healthy for you, and why? And I've taught them, like, look out for the things like dyes and whatever else there is that's not healthy. And step 4 is take action. So you start by replacing the products that you use most frequently, like your all-purpose cleaner and hand soap. So focus on replacing those products that your children are most susceptible, focus on replacing products used on those that are most susceptible, like children or people with already compromised immune systems. So I'm sure you guys have heard this term, the dirty dozen. Oftentimes it relates to foods, like we have the dirty dozen fruits and vegetables. Well, we have the same dirty dozen with chemicals and the products that we're using to clean our homes. So one of the best ways to make small changes is to be aware of what the ingredients to avoid are. Here are the 12 that I really recommend that you avoid. I won't read all of these for you. I will give you guys a copy of this slide, but the one that I want to point out that stands out to me as the biggest one is parfum, fragrance, perfume. When you read things that say scented with, anything that has those terms, what they're actually saying is we are hiding toxins underneath the label perfume. The reason that they can do this is years and years and years ago, sorry, I don't know, I've got like a frog in my throat tonight. Years and years ago, companies would create a product and it would smell like lavender and lemon, okay? And they would say, oh, it's our signature scent. We don't want other companies or people to copy what we're doing. So therefore, we're going to label it as perfume, but actually it's our secret ingredient. It's our secret recipe. And so that was allowed. It was allowed for you to claim, I've put perfume in here. Now, when we break it down and we're like, actually, wait, what are you putting in there? What is your perfume? It is always, always, always toxins. So anything that has perfume in it, it's actually just a code word for there are toxins in this product. So the only kind of perfume or smell that you want to have in your product are something that is 100% coming from nature. That is essential oils, right? And of course you want a pure therapeutic grade quality, which of course we have. So now let's talk about those impacts of those 12 ingredients. So the Environmental Working Group says there's no end to the tricks that endocrine disruptors can play on our bodies. So here's some of the things that endocrine disruptors can do. And first of all, like, what is an endocrine disruptor? So it's when chemicals that may interfere with the body's endocrine system, that's our hormones, and it produces adverse developmental, reproductive, neurological, and immune effects in both humans and wildlife. So that's pretty scary to me. I do know of people who actually have autoimmune diseases or issues. They never had them before. And it's definitely interesting when you actually look at what were they around, what were they exposed to, what was in their homes. When they switch over to natural products, they actually do feel a lot better. They notice a change instantly. So some of the things that can happen with using these chemicals, and if we just do nothing about it, is we can have an increased production of hormones and a decreased production of others, imitating hormones, which is crazy, but it happens, turning one hormone into another, interfering with hormone signaling, telling cells to die prematurely, competing with essential nutrients, binding to essential hormones, and accumulating in organs that produce hormones. So these are 100% facts. There is science behind this. So it's not just oh, I'm telling you guys, this is terrible, don't use them. But these are all the interesting things around why it is so important to be aware. Okay, so we have a cleaning line in Young Living called Thieves Products. So Young Living has a wide selection of safe, naturally derived, plant-based products for the entire home. We have everything from hand soap to laundry detergent, and you can definitely feel confident knowing that we don't use any harsh chemicals, and the entire line is infused with the powerful Thieves Essential Oil Blend. That's why all of our cleaning products, as you can see in that picture, have the word Thieves. So it's all the Thieves cleaning range, and there's a reason we use Thieves. I'm going to cover that in a second. So you'll feel empowered knowing that the Thieves line is pure enough for your entire family and really strong enough for your everyday life. So here's what Thieves is about. For those of you who are still new, it is a true story. So this blend was inspired by the legend of 4 15th century French thieves who formulated and wore a special aromatic combination of clove, rosemary, and other botanicals that they believed provided protection while they were stealing. So it was the Black Plague. It was during that time, and they weren't dying or getting sick. French authorities recognized that there was such value in this mixture that upon the thieves' capture, they received a more merciful punishment on condition that they divulged the ingredients in their secret formula, which they did. So we now know, and Gary Young learned, that the 5 things that were found in their proprietary blend, that's what we call our Thieves. It's our proprietary blend. It is actually patented. We are the only company that call it the Thieves blend, and it has lemon, clove, rosemary, eucalyptus, and cinnamon. And we know that when those 5 are combined, they absolutely prevent and help us to fight viruses, bacteria, and any other germs, airborne diseases, all these things. Sorry, I really don't know what's in my throat tonight, of course, when I have to present. Okay, so let's talk about some essential oils which are really good for cleaning. And they include, and by the way, we can use these in many ways. So you can diffuse them to freshen the air. They do naturally deodorize any space. So for any of you that have seen those plugins that go in the wall, those are terrible. They're very toxic. And this is the best alternative is going to be a diffuser. The other things that are not really great are 2 other things that I've seen. One is the little tea light candle that you put essential oils in the top, and essentially it burns the essential oils. What it's doing is it's breaking down essential oils. 1, you're smelling burning, which is not healthy at all. And 2, you're losing therapeutic benefit, if there is any at all, if you're using quality oils, which most people do not when they are using those little tea light diffusers. So what you want to use is a cool ionic plate and a diffuser that is definitely using medical grade plastic, which of course all of ours do use. So it's cool mist, it's putting that into the air, and we're actually getting a therapeutic benefit to the oils from that. So the other one that I wanted to quickly mention is candles. So candles are very toxic. The most toxic of all candles is soy. A soy candle is going to be the least, but still, if you put a candle underneath like a little wall or a cabinet or something, you will notice that it goes black, right? It's soot. So that actually gets built up as well. We breathe that in and that goes into our lungs. It's incredibly toxic. So this is why, if you think about it, when there is a fire, we're supposed to get really low and cover our nose and mouth so that we don't breathe in that smoke. So a candle is essentially doing that in the like a much smaller scale, but that is what it's doing. So sadly, candles are toxic. But the good news is almost all of our diffusers now actually have a candlelight mood setting that you can put the light to, and it looks really romantic and pretty. So you can use that instead and actually get benefit to diffusing. So our favorite essential oils to add to your cleaning routine are going to be lemon, purification, tea tree, thieves, and eucalyptus. Radiata, by the way, there are several ones, but the radiata is the one that is best. So again, where do you start? Guys, you start with this awesome, incredible product, the Thieves Multi-Purpose Cleaner. This is truly everything that you need in one bottle. And I am going to show you how amazing this product is and how little you use. So a quick demonstration, if I am making a 500 ml bottle, I need 1 cupful of my Thieves Cleaner. I pour it into my 500 ml bottle right here. I add water to this whole bottle, okay? And then I put a spray pump on here, and then I have a Thieves Cleaner spray. And this lasts me, it lasts in my house for about, I would say on average, a month. So yeah, that lasts me that long, maybe a little bit longer. And we use it for everything, for the counter in the kitchen, for the floors, for the windows, for the walls, everything. And every now and again, when we need to degrease a little bit more, you can just add a bit more Thieves Cleaner. I also make, a mop. I mean, we'll talk about how we break it down and use it. The other little quick tip that I wanted to throw in here and show you is when you're at the end of your bottle of Thieves, use this bottle and you can add a spray pump. This is such a nice little tip, especially if you have little ones and you don't want to smash a glass bottle. So this is a nice little way to repurpose and reuse your almost empty Thieves Cleaner bottle. Okay, so this product is versatile, it's effective, it's affordable, it is very affordable, and I'm going to show you how, and you can clean everything with it, like I said. So wherever you use it, you really will feel good knowing it's safe to use around everyone in your family, including pets. A lot of us don't think about it, but our cats and our dogs, what are they walking on? Their paws, right? And then we see them sitting, licking their paws later. What do you think they're licking? If you've just cleaned the floors with some sort of toxic cleaner, they're busy ingesting all of that. And then they have hot spots and they're itching and they have allergies. And then you're taking them to the vet trying to figure out, could it be the food? Could it be the this? Could it be the sun? Meanwhile, it's in your cleaning products. So, that's why it's super important. And same with little babies and toddlers and new crawlers. They're all over our floors. So it's super important that you are using non-toxic plant-based cleaners, okay? So you can also use this on a high chair for babies, and definitely you can put it on, like I used to spray when my kids were little and were still teething and had toys that they were putting in their mouth constantly. I was using this to clean all of their things. And I know that they can put it straight away in their mouth. It's totally fine. In the US, we even have poison control. And if a child goes into a cabinet and they got a Thieves Cleaner and even somehow drank some of it, if you call poison control and you say to them, oh, my child just got hold of some Thieves Cleaner and drank some, they will tell you, don't worry, it's totally fine. They will just, their body will process it. It's all good. So how incredible is that you can have a cleaner that's powerful and you don't have to lock it up and put it away. So that really speaks volumes to me. So it's formulated without the harsh, dangerous chemicals found in many traditional clean products, and it's vegan friendly. So here's a quick little breakdown. How do you use it? I kind of showed you guys that 1 bottle of Thieves Cleaner will make about 29 of these bottles, the 500 ml spray bottles. So it ends up being around 11 Rand 50 per bottle, which is nothing. So when people say, oh, but it's expensive, just remember, you are costing out a very concentrated product, right? We are diluting this. So then some ratios for light degreasing, you would use 1 cap with 3 parts, 3 cups of water. For a medium degreasing, you do 1 cup and 2 cups of water. For heavy degreasing, 1 cup of cleaner and 1 cup of water. So that would be if you were frying something and you just had like thick, oily grease stains, okay, all over your stove. So this is a really nice graphic that Taryn actually did, and I'm grateful that I could put it in here and share with you guys. It is very cost effective. So you can make, here, her math is a little bit more. I think maybe when I did that first one, the Rand dollar exchange was a little bit different. So here she's got, it's about 16 Rand 55 per bottle, and she put 20 of these 500 ml spray bottles. So she was making it obviously a little bit stronger, okay? So other tips and tricks for floor fresheners, you can use tea tree essential oil. So EO means essential oil. So this would be great for a carpet. You can put 5 drops of tea tree with 3 drops of lavender, 1 cup of baking soda. And I like to use a fork to kind of mix that in a little bit loosely. And then you can also put it into a jar and shake, shake, shake if you want. Then you can sprinkle it all over the carpet, let it sit for 15 minutes and vacuum away. So it's really good for homes that have animals because it helps to get rid of pests like fleas and such that love to lurk in the carpets. So let's talk about room by room cleaning. So ditching and switching in our kitchen. Thieves dish soap. I absolutely love this product. I also find it very, very concentrated. So there's some nice ways to dilute this. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So you do need to get used to the idea that it is not going to sud as much. It's not going to foam and make a whole lot of, soapy stuff. That is because it doesn't have sodium lauryl sulfate is the one that is toxic, actually. So that product that causes anything to lather is actually toxic. So it's been removed, but it really works very well. And you just put a little bit. I like to put a little sometimes in a sink, add some hot water, and then throw my dishes in there, give them a nice pre-soak, and then I can go and wash and scrub a little bit more with whatever needs to. But it breaks down grease so nicely and really easily. It is enhanced with jade, lemon, and bergamot. It has a very fresh citrus scent that makes our chores a little bit brighter. It has no sulfates, phosphates, dyes, or perfume. So it's gentle on your skin too, and it won't over dry your hands. I hate to brand bash, but truly, sunlight is like shocking. Now that I've been living in South Africa, and we did have it at a time in one of the places that we rented, I didn't have an alternative. I didn't, unfortunately, bring mine with, and I needed to wash dishes. That stuff is awful. And it has such a strong smell. And my hands were like almost didn't want to move. They were so dry. So the difference is amazing. So here you can triple your Thieves dish soap. If you pour out 2/3 of the bottle into a glass jar and then store it for later, you add 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda and you fill the remainder of the bottle with filtered or previously boiled and cooled water. You would then just close this lid, shake, 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 and then you can combine, it would combine it all. And that ends up being 68 Rand around per bottle. And then you will see it sud a little bit more. So for those of you that are used to that lathering effect, that will help to do that. Okay, let's go into our laundry room. Oh, my laundry detergent came. I have mine in my laundry room. I'm pointing. It's right there. The Thieves laundry soap can be used in all washes, including high efficiency ones. It's highly concentrated and it will handle approximately 128 loads when diluted. So it's formulated without SLSs, dyes, petrochemicals, formaldehyde, phosphates, and synthetic perfumes. It's strong enough for tough stains and it's gentle enough for babies. So it's perfect for machine and hand washing. So I love to use this with my bras and my underwear. I make like a little, bowl or whatever it is that I have, add a little bit of this, foam it up, and then let my stuff soak. You can add 1 or 2 drops of purification into your cap full of detergent to give it an added great smelling boost. That's if you were going to throw it into the machine, okay? So here's how you can double your Thieves laundry soap. You would pour out half of the bottle into a glass jar or container. If you have finished one of your laundry detergents, keep that bottle. I like to keep mine, so then I use that when I get a new one, and then I have 2 that are ready to go. And then you would add 1 to 2 capfuls of the Thieves multi-purpose cleaner. This is such a good laundry boost. Get rid of the stains, a stain remover. And then you would fill it with filtered or previously boiled and cooled water, gently shake to combine, and you will get 64 loads times 2. So they say that one of these gives us 64 loads. Therefore, you would get 128 loads, and it ends up costing around 3 Rand 40 cents per load. So it's not expensive at all. So you can also make a room refresher spritz. I have done this. So in my bathrooms, another very toxic thing are those air fresheners that a lot of us see in public toilets. They stink. I don't know who decided to make strawberries and cream as a smell to try and cover a smelly poop. Who on this earth wants to smell smelly poop, strawberries, and cream? So I don't know about you guys, but not me. Anyway, this works really well as an alternative, and it is super healthy and non-toxic, and it really does help to get rid of any bad smells. So all you would need to do is get a glass spritzer bottle that's 50 mils. You would add 10 drops of purification essential oil inside that spray bottle first. Then you can add 2 to 3 drops of your other favorite essential oil. I really love lemon and I really love orange. I found that those work so nicely in a bathroom. And then you can put a cup of distilled water. Spray anywhere you want to remove offensive smells. So sometimes in the shoe cupboard, if you have one, bedrooms, linens, bathrooms, kitchens, and of course you can substitute tea tree oil for purification. Oh, I think it had tea tree before, by the way, sorry. So either of those. Some people find tea tree quite strong in terms of the smell, but it just smells like disinfectant. Another really cool trick that you can do is a mattress refresher. So you can create your own one. You need a cup of baking soda, 5 drops of purification or lavender. I often like using lavender on my kids' beds just because it's nice for sleep and it's calming. You would mix it with a fork. Remember that all of our essential oils are antiviral, antibacterial, all of these things. They do disinfect. So you can just choose whichever smells good to you. And then after you've mixed it with a fork, transfer it to a mason jar or a glass jar, give it another shake, sprinkle it on the mattress, leave it for an hour and vacuum it up. So if you notice, this is the same recipe as your carpet cleaner. So same idea, but you're just putting it on your mattress. Okay, so Thieves dryer balls, this would be a DIY. I know you can get wool dryer balls here. People have said you can find them on Take-A-Lot. And this is going to be a good tip going into winter. I know South Africans don't love using dryers much and they just hang their clothes out to dry. But in the winter months, some of us who are spoiled, I guess, have dryers. And so you can use these wool dryer balls. And this is a really nice way to get your clothes to smell nice. And it also is anti-static. So you throw this into the dryer. You would just put 2 or 4 drops of any essential oil, or you can make a mini spray bottle. I'm showing you the little mini Thieves spray bottle, but actually you would reuse a 15 ml or 5 ml essential oil, and you can buy those little spray toppers onto that. So you can make a tiny little mini thing where there's a little bit of essential oil and some water, and you'd spray it onto the balls and you can throw it in and dry. There's lavender for babies, or citrus fresh, lemon or lemongrass is a really nice refreshing scent. All right, the bathroom. I didn't bring my Thieves soap down because I use it in my shower every single night. And I kid you not, my husband was up there showering when I started the call. So I left it in there for him, and I do usually have spares. But anyway, I use the soap religiously. I absolutely love it, the Thieves Cleansing Bar Soap. If you haven't used it, I really encourage you to try. It works so great for all of us in the family. And yeah, it's just such a nice product. The Thieves Foaming Hand Soap is also fantastic. I've actually just gotten the school to try this out because it is so great for kids. So they've just bought a whole bunch of these for all the public bathrooms, the kids' bathrooms and toilets. And then what's so great is you get the huge refill, and you can absolutely dilute this down as well. It's quite concentrated, so you don't need to use it as is. You can do half and half and add water, and then it gives you a lot more. Same with the refill. So that's a really nice way to, wash your hands with our foaming hand soap. So here's a nice way to triple it. I said double, but you can triple it. So pour out 2/3 of the bottle, fill the remainder with filtered or previously boiled and cooled water, and gently shake to combine. It ends up being about 65 Rand per bottle. So that's old. September we had a BOGO, but this month all of our essential rewards, the promos are all focused on the household products. So make sure that if you are on essential rewards or you want to try it, this is a really good month to do that, because a lot of these products are included depending on how much you spend. Okay, the toilet scrub. So this one, you would mix all ingredients in a bowl. You've got half a cup of baking soda, half a cup of Castile soap. You've got a squirt of the Thieves dish soap, you know, this one, and then a cupful of the Thieves household cleaner, a cup of water. You add 10 drops of lemon essential oil, 5 drops of Thieves. Of course, you can add any oils of your choice. Once it's all mixed up, put it into this dispenser. I love using this dispenser for the toilet bowl cleaner. So keep these bottles and things when you're done. And then again, close it, put your finger on, shake, shake, and then you can just open it and squirt it into the bowl. So I like to take this label off and I just label it toilet bowl cleaner. Mine is down under the sink labeled toilet bowl cleaner. So it's there. And don't forget to shake it before using it because the baking soda will separate, okay? So a toilet bowl spritz with lemon essential oil. This is really nice. It's a refresher. I don't know if those of you might know that product called Purifier. It works really well because it is essential oil based actually. And technically you're supposed to spray it before you poop. The reason is that it adds like a seal, right, onto there's water in a toilet bowl. And if you put oil, it's going to sit on the top. So what happens is a poop plops in and hopefully falls down. And then that oil kind of seals that in. So it keeps that odor away, you know, so it actually really works well. Here's an alternative. You can make a toilet bowl spritz. So it would be 15 drops of lemon essential oil, half a cup of rubbing alcohol, half a cup of distilled water, and you would put it in a glass spritzer bottle, like the 350, this one. So you can put it in this one if you wanted. And, or you can make it into a spray bottle like this, okay? And it would be about just over half of this bottle. And you can keep it handy to spray toilets before using them to avoid smells from filling the room. And yep, you can thank us later for that one. Okay, so bathroom counters, this Thieves toothpaste, actually we've slowly, I believe, discontinued the Aroma Bright toothpaste, but we have the whitening. I prefer the whitening. Actually, the only one in my family is my youngest child who likes the Aroma Bright, but all of us like the whitening better. So she'll get over it and she'll switch over to this one. I know it won't be a problem for her. The dental floss is, oh, sorry, let me talk to you quick about the toothpaste. So this toothpaste does not have fluoride, dyes, or synthetic perfumes. There's no SLSs or synthetics such as triclosan. I encourage you to Google these things. It's really important to know what it is that we're putting on our teeth. So many of us who've been oilers for a while talk about how we go to the dentist after using this, we have less sensitivity, and the dentist will often comment and say, wow, your teeth are looking good, no plaque, no issues. So keep on using whatever you're using. And we're like, yeah, we use Thieves toothpaste. The dental floss, it's a really interesting fact. Most normal floss is made with nylon, which is actually plastic, Teflon, petroleum. And can you believe it? They put this stuff, and dioxane. So ours have none of those. We use strong fibers, which will resist fraying, and it does easily glide between teeth. It's saturated twice, and it's a hard-wearing floss, which provides 2 layers of essential oils with Thieves and peppermint. It's eco-friendly, and it does decompose, which is also really cool to know because all floss actually doesn't because of the idea that it's plastic. So our Thieves mouthwash, again, I did not run, I'm sorry, I don't have it to show you, but it's in the picture. It is one of my favorite products. I know I say that about all of these because I do love all of these. I use all of them, but this mouthwash is incredible. It really helps if there is ever a hint of a sore throat. I will make anyone in this house go and use it right away because its base is colloidal silver, which is incredible. Almost every single mouthwash uses an alcohol as its base. So ours has no alcohol. It has no artificial flavors, synthetic dyes, or sweeteners. Instead, it's sweetened with stevia, which is a natural plant extract, and its first 3 listed ingredients are water, colloidal silver, and peppermint oil. It's really incredible. It's quite strong. It's a huge adjustment. And sometimes with my kids, I do half a cup of Thieves and then I add another little bit of water to the other half of the cup and they use it and gargle. They really love it. So it's safe for the whole family. Even if they swallowed a little bit, it's okay. It's safe. All right, let's see where else. So these are my other really 2 amazing, awesome, fun products. These are going to be for on the go. This Thieves little mini spray is brilliant for shopping carts. It's not listed as this, but I have to just tell you how much I love it for this. It is such a good throat spray, you guys. If you have a sore throat for whatever reason, use this. Now, they can't go in listed and say throat spray because you cannot label something that's listed as a cleaner as a throat spray as well, but it's plant-based and it's non-toxic, and I can tell you I'm alive and well today, and I use this thing often as a throat spray, and I just aim it at the back of my throat and spray. One of my children had a little ulcer in her mouth here, and we sprayed it on. Yes, it does like burn a little bit. It stings because it's quite strong. It was gone. I didn't hear her complain it. We didn't see it. It killed it. So mouth ulcers and such, use our mouthwash. And this is so great on the go. I love this when we travel. Do you notice when you're on an airplane how dry your mouth gets, and all the breathing apparatus that we have gets so dry? It's brilliant for that. Okay, the Thieves Hand Purifier is also really nice as our sanitizer. So what I love about it is it smells amazing. Every time I use this, someone every single time will say, it smells so good. What was that? I'm like, it's my Thieves. So I feel like I've sold this product quite a lot because of how people smell it. And I don't let anyone spray me in the stores. I keep this on me, either this one or this, and I use my products. And I think I've sold so many of these just from other people like smelling it and saying, what was that? So they really are fantastic. And this is what I want to gift whoever wins this, as well as some of the other samples, our little raffle. So that's what you'll be getting. Anyway, those are the ones that I wanted to talk about. Our sanitizer also leaves your hands feeling really soft. So for anyone who hasn't enrolled and isn't a member, we have a Thieves Enrollment Kit. It is brilliant. They are going to make, and I think they have made our Thieves, we do have a bundle as well that is available for those of us who are already members and are on ER. You can order a bundle and it's cheaper. So we have in this the Thieves dish soap, the household cleaner, the laundry soap, the Fresh Essence mouthwash, the foaming hand soap, and the Thieves whitening toothpaste. So this is such a great way for someone to get started. And a little hint is, if you are a member, it's such a nice way you can even enroll your housekeeper and get this for her, and you can enroll her. Seriously, him or her, I don't want to sound sexist, but honestly, truly, you will use every single one of these products in your home, and they will love them too. So there is a little bit of a learning curve, but they will love it, and they'll definitely be happy to learn. So again, if you're new, here's some resources for you. We have WhatsApp groups, tons of them. So make sure to just reach out to your enroller and find out what the name of the one is that you should be on. We have Instagram. You can follow us it's at hello.essentials.South Africa. And we have Facebook groups. We have a local one, which is Hello Essentials South Africa, and we have a bigger one called Hello Essentials. And I do have a YouTube channel. So I've done tons of classes, tons. So you're welcome to watch them anytime and just choose any topic that you want to learn a little bit more. And then Young Living has lots of resources as well. We have a blog. It's brilliant. It's called The Lavender Life, and it's youngliving.com/blog. It's so great for recipes and all sorts of things. They have their own Instagram accounts. There's two. We have South Africa one. Actually, it's Young Living Africa. It's not Young Living South Africa. It's Young Living Africa. We also they have a Facebook group, and then YouTube. They also have for learning. So you can also just search Young Living Essential Oils on YouTube. So I did ask you guys, this kind of concludes our class. I did ask all of you to please write in the chat your full name, your email address, and if you are a member or not. Sorry. And I will do a random raffle, and I will let you guys know who the winner is. I don't know if I'll be able to do that really quickly because I'm juggling 50 million things on here. So I will go ahead and do it as soon as we're done with the call, and then I'll let you guys know. So if you did want the slides, make sure to give us your email address. It's just for me. No one else is seeing this, but if you are nervous, you can feel free to write that to me separately, and I will, you can just write private message to me and I will see it. So that brings us to the end of this class. So if you want to, feel free to hop off and jump off. Otherwise, I'm going to hang out for 2 minutes real quick, and you can unmute yourself and let me know if you have any questions about any of the products or anything else. So yeah, otherwise, make sure to send me your email address and I can send you these slides, and you can put in your email and your name. I need your name so that I know what to call you if you win the raffle, because sometimes our email address is, Doggy Doodah, and I don't know who that is. Okay. So yeah, please make sure to put your first and last name. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Please just pop off of mute and ask. That's how we learn. I'm sure if you have a question, someone else was thinking it. Does anyone have a tip that they want to share with one of the products that they love and how they're using it that's different, or what their favorite product is and why?
I can share something quick.
All these comments fly. Hi, Claw.
Hi, sis. How are you? So I'll tell you what I do with the mouthwash, which I love, is I take an amber spray bottle and I fill it up half mouthwash and half distilled water, and I use it as a mouth spray, like a breath spray.
That's brilliant. I love that idea. And it's so good to do that too because of the colloidal silver base. So you're actually keeping your mouth free and clean of germs while you're doing that. So
especially with masks, it really helps.
Thanks, Claw. Brilliant tip. Yeah, that's another one, is so many people are making little mask sprays, but of course you can also use the Thieves spray. It's so great for that purpose. Hopefully the masks will be gone soon, but that's another topic altogether. So thanks, Claw. Anyone else want to say something or share anything? Sunette, I'm reading your comment where you said, have I ever seen the ingredients on the dishwash liquid? And that it says in very small when you figure out how to read it, amongst other things. If I tell you how when I first came to South Africa like 3 years ago, was it 3 years ago now, and was doing these classes, and Stacey and I went to go and choose something to teach what greenwashing is. And so we chose the sunlight. There was actually a new sunlight, or maybe there still probably is, and it looks clean. It's not that green color anymore. It's clear, and it's got like a white label and it looks clear. And listed on the ingredients is the first ingredient says, amongst other things, and then it goes on. Her and I were laughing our heads off. I mean, firstly, you could never, ever, ever list something like that in the United States, even though you can get away with listing perfume, and that's another way, it's just another code word. But what the heck is amongst other things? So it just shows you, when you really do pay attention and take the time to turn something over and read what's in there, if you don't know what these things are, and if you can't Google it and figure it out and understand it, it's a concern. It's an absolute problem. But yeah, I found that really funny. So I love that you pointed it out. I also remember we needed to travel with it. And of course I wasn't going to use it. And we ended up turning it upside down in a dustbin and just squeezing the whole thing out. Stacey was videoing me because she found it absolutely hysterical how I was using all my force to just get that whole thing empty, because all we wanted to do is just show people the label. I didn't need to travel with all this heavy liquid going, on airplane from place to place. The last thing we wanted was toxic dish soap all over our clothes. Okay, so Leanne shares a tip here that she said the spray is brilliant for bleeding in the mouth. She said a friend bit something hard and his tooth broke and was bleeding quite a bit. So she gave him the spray and 2 sprays of it on the tooth, and it stopped bleeding within seconds. So that's a great tip. I didn't know that. I've never used it for that purpose. But I know that I've definitely used it when my kids have gotten a cut or a scrape and I didn't have my boo-boo spray with them. So I've used it for that. It definitely will sting a little bit, but I mean, they man up at this point and they know that it's to help clean their boo-boo before I go and I put some helichrysum oil on, or lavender or frank, whatever I have, and then a Band-Aid over that, a plaster. Okay, so I think I've covered all the things here. Yeah, that's it. I think all the other comments are just, oh, here's a tip. Okay, so the Thieves soap bar, cut it into 3, grate it, throw it into a glass jug, take boiling water onto it and mix it until the soap pieces have melted. decide whatever essential oil you want, drop a few drops into it, and then transfer it into a glass bottle and put a pump onto it. Now it can be a shower gel or a body wash. That's brilliant, Nicolette. Thank you for that tip. I have heard of that before. I've never personally done it, but that is fantastic. I love that you've actually done it and it works for you. Always good to know that one, and especially with little girls, you know, I mean, I don't mean to have it be TMI over here, or too much information, but we all know that we can burn, you know, so in our private parts. So it's important that we're using clean and clear soaps, and it's always good to have some of those to know which ones to use for that purpose. So anyway, thank you. That's a fantastic tip. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I've really missed having these calls, so it's really fun to learn together with all of you guys. And make sure it doesn't, if you're a member, if you do the business of Young Living, you are part of this, please enter your name, your email address, and whether or not you are a member. Put it in the chat so that I can enter you into the raffle, and then I will quickly collate all of that, pop it in, and do a quick random raffle and let you guys know probably tomorrow morning who the winner is and get that raffle prize out to you. So I'm going to hang up this call. Yeah, I'll give it one more minute just for you guys. If you haven't typed in the chat your name, your email address, and if you are a member or not, to go ahead and do that quick, so that it's in there and I can enter you. Otherwise, I have no way of knowing if you are on this call or not. Yeah, so that's it. Now I'm typing that there. Oh, and it's such a pleasure. A shame. So many of you are thanking me. Thank you guys for being part of the class. I really appreciate it. I know it was a bit challenging. So many people had load shedding. That started up again. So yeah, we need an oil for that. Okay, so much love to you all. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to end the call. And yeah, thank you guys for taking the time to come and learn with me. Have a good night, everyone. And we'll catch you all again soon. Bye for now.